Hey, Geminis. This is Rina with Elemental Wings Healing. Continuing on with my general readings for June 2019. As I just said, this is the sign of Gemini. If you like what you see and hear, feel free to like, share, subscribe, and if you would like to book a personal reading, the information is down below in the description area of this video. That's about it with that. We'll keep the intro short and sweet and get right started. Calling in my spirit guides, my fairies, ascended masters, and we're looking for messages today for the higher self of Gemini for June. Could be Gemini sun sign, Gemini moon sign, or Gemini rising. This applies to any one of those three. I'm going to face the cards so that you guys can see them, although you might be a little bit far away, but you get the gist. All right. So we're going to start with these 6 cards. Gemini. Oh boy. All right. So we start right here. We got the littlest fairy. Appreciate the beauty and value of the exquisite and small. Okay, Geminis. Spirit is showing me that you guys are trying to make a lot happen in your lives right now, but I feel like there might be some things that are just a little bit too much to add to your plate. You're trying to go too big too soon, okay? There's a lot of like extracurricular, like you're working on your own independent projects. Some of you could be working on businesses of your own. That's great. That's amazing. You guys are very savvy at things like that because you're very intelligent. You're great communicators. However, you guys, I feel like you're looking for the instant gratification in things, okay? And you're really wanting to do way too much at once. So you need to prioritize and strategize, okay? And by doing that, you're going to be able to complete the goals that are the most important to you. You're going to be able to complete your goals in the timely manner that they should be completed instead of sort of like half-assing everything. You know what I mean, okay? We have the gatekeeper, fairy time shifts, dimensional slips. All right, guys. There's some interesting connections going on for you as far as your career is concerned. But the thing about it is I'm feeling like these connections, they stem from your career. Could be the actual workplace, but they are not like directly related to your career. So there's a couple of people, I feel like 2 individuals in particular, okay? They're showing me 2 people step forward that are trying to get to know you better, get personal with you. Perhaps you've been offered to spend time with somebody outside of the workplace and, you know, have conversation that's totally not work related. So they want to make a personal connection with you, Gemini. You Geminis you really like to talk and you're very social creatures, but you actually are guarded with your innermost safe space, if you understand what that means. You're guarded in the sense of your heart, your deepest emotions. So even though you come across to usually be very outgoing, very easy to talk to, and really relatable to other people very quickly. They sometimes think that that means more than what you're really ready to give, okay? This is kind of the situation right now. You're very guarded about who you let into your personal world and who you get personal with, especially when they're connected to your career, all right? You've had some hard lessons in that, so you're really trying to think more about these two people and sort of what, you know, if there's ulterior motives behind their actions. You're kind of wondering that. So like I said, discerning between these two people, I feel like one is better suited to be somebody that's going to remain in your personal life for quite some time. The other person is going to be more of a short-term connection. So that other person, you know, I do feel like if you give it a little bit more time, talk to them a little bit further, you guys might meet for coffee. But I really just see them being more of a work friend, and a personal connection with them not really being so strong, okay? Thank you. They said that this person, one in particular, is looking for things and going down a separate path that's very different from you, okay? And that's really intriguing to you at first. It really is. And that's why this person interests you, because you Geminis are so, you love talking to people that are different, that are unique, that have different ideas than you, have been different places. So you're going to be attracted to a lot of the opposite types. That's what Gemini does. You're right. You're the twins. Okay. So you have that dual nature. So you are drawn to people that you feel are very different than you. However, you're going to find that this person, you just don't have as much of a connection with them as you do with someone else. But however, this person can help you in your career. They do have great advice. So I feel like the relationship is going to stick more in those terms, but they're very important to your path. So don't cut them out right away, okay? This is sort of like I'm feeling like a mentorship type energy. Thank you. There's also a lot of, there's deja vu moments here, if you will. So you're really gonna question your connection with people that you come into contact with that make you feel something tingle inside yourself, you know? It's like I get the feeling of like goosebumps, or the hair standing up on my arm. It's like, you know, you feel like you've known this person before. They feel familiar to you. You know, you're very intrigued by them. There's so many of these connections coming through for you right now. Okay, so we'll move on to the divination card: prophecy, fate, destiny, and future fortune. So I just want to connect really quickly. I'm going to hone in for a second on you Geminis that are looking to make 2019 more of a spiritual path, okay? There's some of you are really looking to gain higher knowledge, like it's like book smart type of knowledge, okay? It could be continuing education. Some of you Geminis are, again, going to the dual nature. You're looking to gain more knowledge and more connection with the occult, with the spiritual path. There's a grandmother energy that's stepping forth. Oh, sorry, she corrected me. So she's great grandmother. So some of you are going to be looking through old photo albums, like family picture albums. There's also a discussion here about family assets involving your great-grandparents, but it's the great-grandmother that's stepping forth in particular. You're going to be very drawn to her. I feel like you could come across a picture, or there's an asset that belonged to her that is being passed down to you, okay? It's definitely something that you, whatever, if there's something that's being passed down to you, you need to pay special attention to that. That is a symbol there for a deeper story here in your path to discovering who you are, okay? This item that's connected to your great-grandmother. Coming across like a picture or something of her in the family album, you're going to be very drawn to her because of that reason, okay? You and your great-grandmother, she's deceased on the other side. You're going to be looking for answers because you share a special connection with her. If she's still alive, I feel like there's going to be an interaction coming up with her. You're going to have a chance to be directly face-to-face. There's going to be a heart-to-heart discussion. It's going to open up something that you're meant to explore right now on your spiritual path, okay? Then we have some of you Geminis are looking to expand your education. In particular, it's a need for like technological education. So you could be doing something with computers. And I feel like there's like a, they're showing me that you're working really hard to get some sort of like financial backing, like a scholarship could be of some type or a grant, and you're having some trouble with that. Spirit says that there's a way for you to reach out to a local organization that is going to be able to give you some guidance with this and help you out. So for those of you that are in this process, could be continuing at school for computers, or continuing maybe a trade with something technical. If you're having trouble on the financial end, maybe give like a shout out on your Facebook or talk to people that you know that are in school with you or are in a similar work line. They can give you some insight to someplace that's local for you, that's very close by, where people can help you with this process of getting some sort of financial aid, okay? You just have to dig for it a little bit more. You just need to communicate with the right people. That's what Spirit says, okay? So please don't stress about it. Just understand that it's just going to take a little bit more communicating with the right people. That's no problem for you, Gemini. You guys, you're ruled by Mercury. You're great at communication and you're great at technical work. So, woohoo, good for you. Congratulations. Let's move on. I got Imrama. Wonder Voyage, Crossing Deep Waters, Pilgrimage, and Journey of the Soul. All right. Again, I got two different things here happening, so we'll discuss both of them. The first one is some of you Geminis just went on vacation within the last, Spirit said 2 months, in the last 2 months, and you might be broke from that. That's okay. Please don't beat yourself up about it. It was absolutely needed for your soul. You guys have been working your ass off, I can see, so you totally deserved it, okay? Ask for abundance to come back into your life. Do good things and put it out there and your cup will refill, okay? So it's very actually wonderful that you took time to listen to your soul's calling and go on that trip, okay? It was really needed to become well rested in your mind, your body, and your spirit. So it was a part of the path that spirit wanted to lead you towards. You took it. So sorry you're broke. It's okay. The cup's gonna refill. It's just gonna take some time. That's all right. These things are worth it, okay? We only have very limited time in this life anyway. So the next time you're planning a trip like that, please understand that it's worth every penny, because you will get the chance to do it again as well, and you should take it. The other thing that's coming up for some of you Geminis, some of you are dealing with like unwanted sleep travel, which I feel like the doctors have been telling you that this is possibly like sleep paralysis. Some of you guys are being offered to just like be loaded up on these medications and do these things that are just not working, and they're not going to work, and they're not healthy for you. Geminis who are in this situation, you guys are astral traveling, okay? Again, this is going to be for the Geminis that are on more of that spiritual path, because that great-grandmother figure just stepped forward again and said that it's her energy, her higher self, the spirits of your ancestors alongside with her who are trying to take you on a journey through time, essentially, and understand where, not just like where you came from, like your blood, like in your bloodline, but where your soul originated from, okay? So again, this is totally not sleep paralysis. Some of you guys are having a really hard time with it. I am so sorry. But you are experiencing astral travel, and it is a part of the process. It's actually really amazing that you're able to do this. Please don't let it scare you, okay? There are definitely some great meditations. You can look up guided meditations to help you ease into this process a little bit easier, and definitely learn how to gain control over this astral travel so you can use it to your best advantage, because it's an amazing tool. And again, it's the great-grandmother figure. Even if she's alive, if she's not on the other side, it's her higher self. So I feel like her energy is really like in between the worlds right now. She might still be here, but she could be on her way out, you know, ready to transition soon. She would be up there in age. So even though she's still here, a part of her is really setting a place for her on the other side while trying to make you people in her family who are still here on the living fully get closure and understand how to connect to the spirit world before she goes. It's definitely an important trace of spiritual lineage that she's trying to help you see, okay? Honor the masculine. Respecting men, embracing the masculine divine. Yes, thank you. Thanks, Winnie. They're telling me that a lot of these, you know, I was saying before that you guys have these great walls up around the real center of your heart. And some of you really have trust issues with men, okay? That's totally understandable with what you've been through. I feel like you are in relationships a lot where you end up with somebody that's a lot the same, okay? You're having trust issues with a lot of the guys. If you're a female, I feel like this would be speaking particularly to females. And the guys that you end up in a relationship with have sort of been on the fence about trust too, and because you're not giving them their trust, they're not giving you their trust either. So it's like it's like a standoff, you know. You are definitely going to be looking and feeling more deeply into your inner rooted issues with men, where those issues stem from, where they started in childhood. And some of these things are going to be painful, okay? This is, again, this is coming up in the month of June. It makes a lot of sense. Thank you, Winnie. Because Father's Day is going to be coming around this time. A lot of you Geminis are, it's not so much about like oh, the issue started with the father. It's actually a lot about thinking about your partners that you've chosen in your life and trying to understand what went wrong with those partners. Some of you didn't have kids, wish that you did, and you're just thinking about, well, how come I didn't, you know? And so you're looking at the history of the men that you've been with and trying to piece it together that maybe, you know, you were attracted to the wrong types. And so you just never really found the right person. And, you know, thinking about why were you attracted to these type of men? Why do you look at men the way that you do as a whole? Where does that come from? Okay. And a lot of these things do come from childhood, but some of you are not going to really fully realize or understand that. That's okay. You're not meant to understand that yet. Just know that June is going to be a lot about processing this in your spirit and your mind. Okay. So, don't fight the process. This is going to sort of be a gateway for answers coming in over the next 6 months. So allow the process to happen. Yes, I know it's painful. Growth is painful, right? So Gemini, I am sending all my love. I wish you absolutely the best with that journey. I was going to go to the last card and they just said to pull a clarifier on that. So for some extra just clarification on that for Gemini, please and thank you. Yes. Okay, we have retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. All right, so in understanding these answers, and if you are on a journey, you want to understand yourself at a deeper level, you're going to have to surrender a lot of the noise, a lot of the chaos that I feel like is around you, Gemini, okay? So perhaps you're just a little bit too interested right now in filling your space with people and too much conversation and too much chatter. You know, maybe there's just a little too much social interaction for you to really go inward. And that could be by design. Gemini, I gotta be honest with you. You guys might be doing that on purpose because you feel like if you do that, then you don't need to listen to your inner voice, which sometimes you don't know how to handle. So instead, you fill your time with conversations by as many other people as you can, okay? You're going to have to let that go. You're going to need to open up communication with yourself, all right? Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world, Gemini. It's time to spend a little bit more alone time with yourself and get to like it. Get to love it. What's not to love about you, Gemini? You guys are awesome. You're the life of the party. You're smart. You know, you're a great friend. Sure, you can be a little wishy-washy, but you know, it's so cool how you have that dual nature. There's so many things that you can do, and there's so many beautiful things that you have to offer the world. So look within yourself and see that beauty. All right? You don't need to seek it out from somebody else anymore. So June is, it's another opportunity for you to do that, and you're going to be feeling it, okay? The connections that you make in your quiet downtime when you're by yourself are going to be very profound. So it's a choice. Do you want to spend more time with yourself and listen to what those energies have to say? Or are you going to drown it out? Don't drown it out, Gemini. It's time to listen. Okay? The Merlin. Guidance, mentorship, teacher of the... teacher of the old ways. Yeah, so this is spirit guidance, okay? Mentorship with your guides, with your higher self. Understanding who you are on a high vibrational soul level, not the human you, not the you on social media, not the you that's always chit-chattering on your phone, on the computer at work, going out to dinners, coffee, life of the party. That's the human physical you. It's just a small part of your soul that's downloaded here into a body. Don't you want to know the real you? The soul ascended you? The higher self you? Your guides want to help you know yourself at that level. So let them in. All right, we're going to pull these away. We're just going to look for 3 final key points of clarification for Gemini. Thank you. 3 final points to give to Gemini for June 2019. What do we got? Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. You experience self-love in those moments, okay? That is the deepest love that you can experience, Gemini, aside from the love between parent and child. The deepest love you can feel, I promise you, is the love that you give to yourself. So, when the past comes up to surface, it's not there for you to dwell on to be sad, although that's a part of the process. But the real reason and why it's coming up is for you to truly feel it, for you to truly deal with it, think about it, understand it. Tell Spirit, talk to Spirit, talk to your guides and tell them that it's heavy on your heart. Ask them for the answers and why it's come up. Ask them for guidance to help you understand. They want to help you, but you have to ask. Throat chakra, the angels are helping you lovingly speak your truth. You guys are all, like I said, with your connections with other people, people really sometimes think that you're willing to give them more than what you can, and you guys are just way too nice sometimes because you want to connect with other people, you want to be liked by them, and you give off that vibe, but truly sometimes you don't feel that deeply into it as you come off to feel, okay, as it comes across to other people. So the angels are lovingly helping you to speak your truth. I can't talk today, guys. Forewarning you. Cancel, clear, and delete. Use only positive words and thoughts as they're rapidly manifesting into form. Ask the angels to cancel the effects of past negative thinking. Okay? So again, these things are coming up for you to process so that you can fully feel them and that you can fully deal with them. And then you can move forward and replace those feelings with new happy memories. Because cancel, clear, and delete, when it comes to negativity in our past, is there so we can replace it with better energy. We are what we attract. So what we attract is going to be based on what our thoughts are, okay, if you will. I was going to say fears, but so if we have fears and we're constantly focusing on those flaws and fears, bad memories, we're going to attract more of those things, okay? And you don't want to do that. I know you don't want to do that, Gemini. You guys are always trying to seek the truth, seek out the positive. So a lot of times you guys get so in your head that you don't know how to do that, and that's okay. You have to listen. You have to feel, Gemini. You got to take that wall down. You got to be in your feelings. All right? And then when you process that, you realize a lot of things that you might not have realized before because you were pushing things or trying to push things away. And you can replace those thoughts and those feelings by focusing on the positive stuff, Gemini, the happy memories. Focus on the good. Dwell on the good things. Even if they haven't happened yet, dwell on them like they have happened. And then they're going to happen. You're going to attract it. Manifest it. All right, Gemini. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Like I said, like, share, and subscribe. If you want to book a reading, the information is down below. I'm sending you so much love. Till next time.